Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Welcome back to the Hall Pass, episode 43 with Nolan Hall. It's a pleasure to have you guys all here. We're back. Just me, myself, and I today. We're solo. No Owen Santos. We're giving him a little day off. A lot of stuff to go over today. It's the best time of the year. Holidays are rolling around. Today is December 15th. The time we're filming this is going to be published on the 16th. But two more classes that I got for the rest of the semester, and then can sit back, relax, watch the World Juniors, spend some time with family, and it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to the holidays, and I bet a lot of you at home are looking forward to it too. So yeah, we got a little new addition to the Hall Pass backdrop here. I bought this the other day. It's a hockey night in Canada. Or no, my mom bought it and my grandmother. Shout out to them. It's just a cool little logo. There was a Leafs one, a Jays one, and a Hockey Night in Canada one, and I thought that, I think it looks cool. A nice little backdrop addition there, and I think what we're going to do is I'm going to add some shelves back there, and we're going to make it look nice and chazzy. It's going to look cool. So, looking forward to sometime around Christmas making this backdrop look a little bit nicer. But anyways, what a week it's been. A lot of, I don't know when was the last time we uploaded. I think it's been maybe 3 or 4 or 5 days since the last time me and Santos were on here. But a lot of stuff, a lot of blockbuster trades. I'm looking at my computer, so if you guys see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. But I guess I'll give you guys a rundown for what's going to go on in today's podcast. I guess we're going to start off with, I'm going to talk a little bit about the trades that happened the last couple days. And I took to my Instagram account at the Hall Pass. Go check it out and follow it. I'm going to be more active on there for letting you guys know when the podcasts are going to be uploaded and if we're doing any kind of cool shit on here. If you want to know what we're doing ahead of time, I'm going to put it on there. Just so for an example, like I did today, I put ask any questions for the pod, and I'm going to come on here and answer them. You might not agree with them. You guys might have a different take, but if you're curious on what I got to say, I got a bunch of questions here. I believe I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 or 11 questions here. So yeah, we're going to start that in the second half, but I think we're just going to start quickly on the 2 trades that happened the other day. And these are two pretty big trades. So we'll start with the biggest trade, and that was the Vancouver Canucks sending Quinn Hughes to the Minnesota Wild in return for Zeev Boyum, Marco Rossi, what's that other kid, and on a first round pick in 2026. So yeah, obviously one of the biggest trades that we'll probably see within the next couple of years. Quinn Hughes, in my opinion, if you're asking me, probably the second best defenseman in the NHL, right behind Mikhail Makar. Sometimes when he's playing at his best, you could argue that he is the best defenseman in the NHL. The numbers wise probably don't show it this year. I believe he's got 4 goals and 22 assists. But he wasn't playing well in Vancouver, and I think he was kind of performing that way because he wanted out. He went to Vancouver and asked for this trade. There's not a thing. I don't think anyone's really talking about that, which I'm surprised. He wanted out of Vancouver. He did not want to be there. They're dead last in the league. But they did, honestly, I will say Vancouver did get a pretty good return. Zeev Boyum is going to be, in my opinion, a future top 10 defenseman in the league. I believe, I don't know if this is considered his rookie year. It might be. I don't know if last year was considered his rookie year, but he was great with Minnesota. He's a great offensive defenseman. He played for the U.S. in the World Juniors last year. He was dominant in that. By far their best defenseman. And I think he's going to do good in Vancouver. Minnesota, a good hockey town. It's the city of hockey, or state of hockey. Quinn Hughes is going to fit that environment well. Their D-core is pretty good there in Minnesota now. They did not end up putting Faber and Quinn Hughes on the same D-core, but I mean, I think it makes sense. Why not spread that depth throughout their whole lineup, right? So, they're D-stacked now. They're already a really good team this year. I believe they're definitely top 10 in the league, standings wise. And they're just going to go higher now. Quinn's going to step up his game. He already had he scored in his first game there the other night. So, he's going to thrive there. I don't know how, I believe he has 1 or 2 more years left on his contract until he's a free agent. I think they'll re-sign him. I think that there was a lot of teams that they thought other systems that he might have gone to, like the New Jersey Devils enjoying Jack and Luke, but I don't know if they had the money for that. There's a couple other teams. I think the Rangers were another options, and I heard that Buffalo even gave in a trade offer too, which I don't think that's where Quinn would have wanted to end up. I think he would have maybe even rather stay in Vancouver and go to Buffalo. But yeah, I think Minnesota's a good spot for him. Is Minnesota now going to be a Stanley Cup contending team? In my opinion, it boosts them it boosts them a ton. Can it maybe get them over the hump when they play a team like Vegas or Edmonton? Maybe. But I think that this is a huge trade that just boosts their team, boosts their system so much, and great move for Minnesota. I know they lost Marco Rossi, an average forward, good little third liner. I think he'll do good in Vancouver. And Zeev Boyum, he's going to be the future. He's going to be one of the best defensemen. I mean, you also get that 2026 first round pick as well. So overall, I think that if you were to ask me who won the trade, I would say both ways. Like, Quinn wasn't playing well in Vancouver, so I mean, you could trade a guy like that, get a good defenseman, a solid forward, another young prospect, and a first round pick. So I think it goes both ways. I think in the long run, depending on how Minnesota does in the playoffs, I maybe lean that, like, I guess the Wild would win the trade, right? If Quinn Hughes is like a huge aspect to that team, but I think it's too early to tell. So I think as of right now, I'd say that both teams won the trade, and I think that Vancouver got a good package for giving up a guy like Quinn Hughes. So all around, good trade. I was shocked when it happened. I was sitting in my car and I got the notification from Friedman on Twitter saying that Hughes to Minnesota. I was like, oh shit, who did they give up? So pretty good trade. Anyways, another big trade, a trade that's been in the talk for a while, and I guess I'm going to have to ask Owen about it next time he comes on here. But I mean, we've talked about it a little bit on the outside. But Stuart Skinner was finally traded. He is now on the Pittsburgh Penguins, and the Penguins are traded Jari to the Oilers. Interesting trade. I mean, this helps Edmonton. Jari looked good against the Leafs the other night. Was he amazing? No. Is he a top 10 goaltender? No. Is he even a top 15 goaltender? Probably not. But is he better than Stuart Skinner? Yes. So he'll be their starting goaltender now. Pickard will back him up. I think it's a good move. I think that the rest of the Oilers have a lot more confidence now. They're playing really good hockey. They dominate against Leafs the other night. McDavid's been on a roll lately. Dreisaitl's playing well. Even Darnell Nurse is playing well, and Santos will like to rip on him a lot too. But the time came. He's been rough. I don't know how he'll do in Pittsburgh. He hasn't. I don't know if he's hurt, but he's yet to play a game with them yet. So I'm not sure what's happening there. He might be injured. I'm not really sure. I didn't think he was. I never saw anything about it, but I think he'll do. I don't know how Skinner will do in Pittsburgh. I think it's like Najakovic. I probably said that incorrect. That's Pittsburgh's other goalie, I believe. But I'm not sure. The future for Skinner, it could go both ways. It could be well, or I think he's either going to stay consistent, or I think it's going to be a big downfall. So I think it's one or the other. Edmonton's decor isn't horrible. You got Erik Karlsson back there. You got Letang, a couple other guys. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how that goes for Skinner. And good trade for the Oilers, I guess I'd say so. Now let's get into the Q&A. And shout out to everyone that contributed in this. And if you want to contribute to it and you want to be in this, I guess we'll do these probably every other or every podcast. We'll do a couple. I probably won't do 10 like in every podcast, but because we're kind of focusing on that today. But if you want to be in it and you want to have your question, either put it in the poll that I'll do every so often on the story, or just send me a text message. That's the easiest way, and it's the best way I'll see it. Send me a text message, comment on this YouTube video. You have access to that as well. So yeah, if you want to have your comment out there and you want to have a question, you want me to answer it, feel free to send me a text. Give me a call. I could care less. So whatever you want to do to have your question on here, DM me, send a text message, leave a comment, do whatever you want. And I'll answer your question on here like the lovely people that commented one today. So let's start off with what we got here. We got a mix of majority hockey, and we have a couple baseballs. So again, shout out to those who left a comment. The first question is, very good one, and this is the one that was probably my favorite question that someone asked. It's a two-parter. Why does Canada often get judged on gold or nothing at the World Juniors? And the second part of the question, and is that an expectation? Is that expectation actually helping or hurting player development? To start with the first one, why does Canada often get judged on gold or nothing? I think the obvious answer would be it's like because look at the background, look at what they've done. It's the biggest hockey. We made the sport. We have won year after year after year and have dominated. Especially from 2000, I'd say probably from 2010 and before. I know that Russia had their times in there, even the States, I guess, if you want to say, not including like World Juniors, but including just international hockey. It's Canada's always the favorite. They lead every category. The best players are Canadian. But I think that's the number one thing. It's gold or nothing because they have the highest expectations, and if you don't get gold, I think it's probably a failure. Like, and the tough thing about the World Juniors is it's such a good tournament. It's tricky because the best guys that are legal, or like I guess I could use the word legally, that are legally allowed to play in this tournament, they can't because you know why? They're too good and they're already in the NHL. Like Celabrini. Imagine Celabrini in the World Juniors. He'd light it up. Even Matthew Schaefer, he'd light it up. Ben Kindell. All these guys can't play in the World Juniors because they're already too good and they're in the NHL. So that's why the World Juniors is tough, because players like that, like Bedard, could have played in it again like the last couple of years, and Canada would have dominated. So when it comes to young players, I think that Canada definitely has the best in those, and unfortunately, they can't play in these tournaments because they're literally too good, that they're playing at such a high level that these NHL teams need these players to win, so they can't loan them to represent their country. And for some guys like Misa, who's struggling a little bit, and for some guys I know Kindell on Pittsburgh was an option. Maybe send him down, have a good tournament, boost his ego a little bit. He comes back up and he's playing better hockey. So I think it could go both ways. Why does Canada often get judged? I mean, I think that's really the obvious answer. It's just they have the highest reputation, the best reputation, and they've always been the best. So we're a hockey country, made the sport. We've been the best forever. We have high expectations. And I guess the second part of the answer is that expectation helping or hurting player development? I wouldn't say it's hurting. I think that it's just like it's like if you're a player and you're playing on Team Canada and you're representing your country, you know that this is the best hockey country in the world. They have the best reputation, so it should be an honor to wear the leaf on your chest, or if whatever you want to call it, the Canadian flag, to wear that on your chest and know that, yeah, you have high expectations, I guess. Like, this is it. Like, that you're playing on the highest stage of the world. You're representing your country. But don't get me wrong. Like, other countries are going to start to catch up, and teams are going to have to understand that. Russia has such a good player development. They have a bunch of good guys who are still dominating the league. And USA is only getting better and better as time goes on, and especially in the women's, they dominated Canada over the rivalry series over the last couple weekends. So when it comes to women's hockey, USA is definitely catching Canada in that department. I will say that, especially in the younger core from U20 and under. So I'd say that. But Canada has the highest expectations just because they're the best hockey country and the background, really. Like, we're supposed to win these tournaments, I guess you could say. Next up, a Tampa Bay one. How will the Tampa Bay Lightning do in the playoffs if they make it? I think they'll make it. And this is a tough one. I mean, last year it sucked for them, losing to Florida, and Florida was arguably one of the best teams that we've ever seen. I think for them, what it's going to come down to, Cooch has got to be his best. We didn't really see his best in that Florida series. Vasilevsky's got to be lights out, and he has been lights out in other playoff series, especially that time against the Leafs. But Florida's a good team. When they have Barkov and Tkachuk back, it's going to be hard to beat them if they make the playoffs, because I know they're on a spot right now. But I think when Matthew Tkachuk gets back, I think it's going to be a different story, and I think they'll start to climb their way up in the standings, especially on how crappy the Atlantic Division has been this season. So I don't know how they'll do in the playoffs. I think it's too early to tell. I don't know if they're gonna what they'll do at the trade deadline. They're a good team, but I think if Vasi's 100%, Cooch has got to step up, and I think if everybody's playing at their highest level, yeah, they have a chance to go far, and I think it's a good team. And like when I watched them play against the Leafs the other day, it was not a good performance by them. No goals. They're not moving the puck well. It was a really slow game. But if Tampa's playing at their game and they're playing their style of hockey and playing at a high level, without a doubt, they have a chance to make it to the Stanley Cup 100%. Next question. Interesting one here. How many points do you think Macklin Celebrini would finish with? I I believe right now he's sitting at 40, 48, something like that. He's having a great year. This guy's like if not a point, he is a point per game player, but if not more. Um, Almost halfway through the season, I think his second half will be really good. I'll say 105 points for Macklin Celabrini. 100 to 105 points. He's having a great year. He's going to be one of the best. He is going to be one of the best. Kind of reminds me of Crosby in a way. Moves the puck well, and he's a goal scorer and a playmaker at the same time. And I was really glad to see the other day when Will Smith got rocked that he literally fought a guy to stick up for his teammate, and that's huge. And that's something that it's a small thing for sticking up for your teammates. And that's why I'm a big Jake McCabe guy, because the amount of time that guy turns the puck over and makes some shitty plays, but the guy stands up for his teammates like no one else, and he's not a lot of guys on the Leafs do that. So that's why I'm a big Jake McCabe guy. And for Macklin to do that at such a young age and fight a big boy like that shows a lot of kind of heart he has and a kind of player he is. Who do you think will win the President's Trophy? If you don't know what the President's Trophy is, it is the team with the best record in the NHL at the end of the season. And I think the obvious answer right now would have to be the Colorado Avalanche. Like, they're dominating. They've lost like 3 games in regulation, and McKinnon is just on a tear this year. So yeah, I'll have to go Colorado. They're a really good team this year. They're playing really good hockey, and I think that there is the President's Trophy curse though, because a lot of that team never ever wins the Stanley Cup. So I don't know. Probably I don't see how it wouldn't be Colorado. They're having such a good year. Another Celabrini one. So Celabrini and Bedard both deserve to make Team Canada for the Olympics? Yes, I think that they both deserve to make the Olympics. I would definitely give Celebrini the edge over Bedard. I think just because of the kind of playmakers. I think that if you stuck him with like Crosby and McKinnon, that line would be deadly. And Bedard's just having such a good year, right? Like he's doing everything over the ice. He hits, he scores goals. I think if you could maybe put him on a line with like McDavid and like, I don't know, maybe Reinhardt or Braden Point or something like that. Oh man, like he'd score a ton of goals because McDavid would set him up and then Bedard would finish it off. And he's having too much of a good year to not be on this team. Celebrini, I think, is 100% a lock. And Bedard just got injured. He is expected to return in January, but I don't see why he wouldn't be on that team. If it was up to me, yes, both Celebrini and Bedard would be on my Team Canada roster for the Olympics. Next up is, will the Toronto Maple Leafs make the playoffs? It's too early to tell, man. If you want it, I'll say yeah. I think they'll be a wild card team. The only reason I say that is also because the Atlantic sucks this year. I mean, I think the top teams that'll finish off in the Atlantic will probably be Tampa. I wouldn't count on Detroit. I wouldn't count on Montreal. Florida, I think, will get better as the season goes on when Matthew returns, and they got a bunch of guys injured right now. I'll say yeah for now. I don't really have an explanation on why I think they'll get there because, like, really they haven't proven it. So they got to go on a big stretch. They got to win I want to see them win like 5 straight. And I think that will help them get over the hump. And don't play Michelli. It's too early to tell. That's a tough one. A good question though. This is another toughie. Will Russia ever return to the World Juniors or hockey or in any of those international tournaments? I don't really know. I don't really know what the whole rules are behind that. I know it obviously has something to do with the whole war thing with Ukraine. I'm not sure what kind of state that's in right now. Would I like to see them back? Yes. And do I really want to see them back in the World Juniors? Yes. Is it fair to the hockey players? No, it's not. I mean, are they the ones a part of the war? No. And should they? It's the whole representing your country thing. It's like you're representing your country that's at war right now. So I guess I don't really know the whole thing around it. Would I like to see Russia back? Yeah. I mean, for sure. Great hockey nation, great players. And I think that it makes the World Juniors definitely a better tournament, and they've always been a top team. So Do I think they'll ever return? Yeah, at some point. It will. Hopefully that time will come. But I'm not sure. We'll see. I'd love to see them back though. Who will be Canada's top players in this year's World Juniors? Okay. I guess Gavin McKenna's an obvious one. Michael Hagg's another one. Porter Martone's another one. And Michael Meese's another one. And for the defenseman, Zane Parek's probably their best guy back there. And I'm really excited to watch Kayshawn Aitchison. Guy kills guys, so I hope he doesn't get kicked out of any games because I know Canada has a bunch of guys that like getting kicked out of games in the World Juniors. So those are the guys I'd look out for if you're at home and want to watch. And Canada's also playing on Wednesday on TSN against Sweden. Exhibition game. Exhibition. So if you want to watch that, you can watch it. And I believe if you want to watch any of the other exhibition games, you can, if you want to pay a fee on USA Hockey or something like that, you could watch the other games on there. But TSN, Canada versus Sweden, Wednesday, 7:30, I believe, if you want to watch it. Yeah, those are the guys to look out for. What do the Jays have left to do? I think now, like, you've got a lot of relievers. You got your relievers. You signed Taylor Rogers. You got Cody Ponce. You got Dylan Cease. The pitching's been great that they've signed. I think what's left now is it's either Tucker or Bo. That's it. I don't know what else really they could do. If you want to add maybe a utility guy. I don't know if they're going to make a trade for somebody. I know Ketel Marte's out there. I don't know if that's a guy they kind of aim for. They have prospects to move. Like Ricky Tieman's a guy I could definitely see them moving. Jake Bloss is a guy I could also probably see them moving. But I think now at this point in the game, man, it's Bo or Tucker. And I think that if it was up to me, I'd pick Bo. But I think that's the final move. And it's gonna be the biggest contract they spend this offseason. So it's gonna come down to that. Who do you think are the top 5 teams to win the World Series next season? Okay. Now, I have a sleeper pick here, and I'll start with number 5. I got the Atlanta Braves. Horrible year for them last year. I think we're going to see an Austin Riley bounce-back season. Matt Olson had a good year last year. I think he's going to be better this year. Ozzie Albies, a little bounce-back season. Nick Baldwin won the Rookie of the Year, and he was great last year. And in the second year, I think he could be better. And a full year of Ronald Acuna Jr., who's arguably one of the best players in the game. Or he is one of the best players in the game. Top 5, in my opinion. So I think a full, healthy season of him. And the Braves maybe just add, they re-signed Hai-Sung Kim today. I think maybe go out and sign another starting pitcher. They re-signed Raziel Iglesias, so he's going to be their closer. And they also signed Robert Suarez. So the back end of that bullpen is looking really good for the Braves. And I think if you just go out there, sign another starter, maybe another hitter, another bat. But yeah, I like the Braves. I think it's going to be a bounce-back year for them. Number 4, I got the Mariners. Couldn't get over the hump last year. Re-signed Josh Naylor for a good price. Starting pitching is good if it could be consistent in the playoffs. They're in a good spot. Suarez is a free agent right now. I don't know if it's a priority for them to re-sign him. I do not think it is, and I think he'll sign somewhere else, in my opinion, like the Reds or something like that. But yeah, I think really what do they need? Like their bullpen's good. Everything's really good. I think if you could. The Mariners, I think it's just when their time comes. They're a good team. Then I got 3rd, the Yankees. The only reason I say this is I think if they re-sign Bellinger or Tucker, I think they're going to sign one of the two. In a full rotation, a healthy rotation with Garrett Cole, Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, Cam Schlittler, and Luis Gil. And there's talk about them signing, there's finalists between the Red Sox, Yankees, and Orioles and signing Michael King. So if they can get him or Tatsuya Imai, they're going to have one of the best rotations in baseball, probably top 3 for sure. So I'll put the Yanks there, unfortunately. I hate to say it. Number 2, I'll go with the Jays. I mean, how can I not go with the Jays? Like, they've had a great offseason. They've signed Dylan Cease. They signed Cody Ponce. They signed Tyler Rogers. I mean, I think it's really, if they re-sign either Bo or Tucker, I mean, they're only going to be a better team next year. Like, they maybe in the regular season you could see a bit of a fall off, but I'm excited to watch the Jays next year. And I guess I could be a little biased, but I think that if I'm comparing them to the Yankees, Mariners, or Braves, like I'd still take the Jays over them. And obviously I got to go to the Dodgers. A great hitting lineup. best starting pitching in the league. I think that we can all kind of come to an agreement on that. And then they also just signed Edwin Diaz, who's the best closer in baseball. So that was where they struggled last year. They didn't have that closer. It was a problem for them in the playoffs. Roki was all right. I guess he was pretty good, but Roki's a starter, not a closer. They got Edwin Diaz, best closer in baseball, 1.76 ERA last year. The guy's lights out. So, and the last one we got here: will the Jays have a new closer next season? No. The Jays will, in my opinion, Jeff Hoffman will be the closer next season to start off the year. Do I know what they're going to do eventually? No, I do not. Was Hoffman good in the playoffs? Yes. Was he in the regular season? No. I don't know what their plan is. I think that I know they gave Iglesias, who signed with the Braves, an offer, and I think that's who they wanted to be their closer. Didn't work out. I'm not sure if they were in Edwin Diaz talks, but obviously you can't make Tyler Rogers the closer. Could Louis Varland be the closer? Maybe. Could Yimi Garcia? Maybe. But I think as of right now, Jeff Hoffman will be the closer next season again, until proven otherwise, or if there's another guy that will take that role. So, great questions from everybody. I greatly appreciate it. I really like doing this episode. This was a fun one, so I definitely like getting all these questions and answering them. Again, another shout out to everyone who contributed to that. It means a lot. And time's ticking, folks. I'm so excited for this tournament. What do we got here? Looking at my calendar here. 16, 17, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's like 11 days. 11 days until the World Junior Championship starts. I don't know if I've ever been more excited for this tournament. So today's the 15th. The Monday. I said we'll be back here. Leafs play on Tuesday. Let's be back here on Thursday. We'll do another one of these. I'll put another poll out on my story. We'll aim for around maybe 5 questions instead of 10, because we'll probably touch up on a lot of other stuff. Hopefully there's some more signings in the MLB in the next couple days. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Shout out to everybody who contributed to this. Shout out to everyone who's watching these videos. And obviously, we greatly appreciate it if you could share it on any platforms, like it, send it to somebody. Always appreciate that. So thanks for tuning in to episode 42 of the Hall Pass. I'm Nolan Hall, and we'll be back here in a couple of days. Have a good Monday, everyone. See you later.